It is the 1st of Galenia, late summer. The year is 255 of the Mythic Age. We have returned to Armorrazors, and they have begun the process of developing their first workshop floor. I did make a small error last time that needs to be corrected. This needs to also be able to take doors. Did I make a furniture stockpile? There needs to be a furniture stockpile up here. Yeah, so this is going to also take furniture, stone and clay, and metal, all qualities. And it's going to take doors, which we will make here. It will take, probably need a bigger furniture stockpile someplace else. But for now, it'll take doors, boxes, cabinets, tables, and chairs, I think. Chairs are what? Thrones. All right. That should make this room ready without causing too much trouble up top. I'm thinking this is working, but thinking of ways to improve it for the future. If I get more water into this room, we'll get more flow, and more flow of the waterfall will mean more splashing and more mist, which is good. Shouldn't be in any way dangerous. The water will always shoot straight down the holes. I could also add more holes to the room, but that requires opening this up, which is not actually that dangerous, to be perfectly honest. This room is really well controlled. The faster water comes through here, though, the more times it will fall and hit here. We'll also fill this faster, but that doesn't really matter. Let's head up to the top. Just want to check to make sure I set this as a room. So what are we going to do today? Well, we have tons of blocks now, I think. Let's just look. Blocks, yeah, we've made 200 blocks, so we can just set that off now. We don't need to make any more of those. That should be enough to do what we need to do. At least most of what we need to do. That way, he'll make more barrels and bins faster. We should set up this tavern properly. Let's just look at our work orders and think of things we need to do. We're brewing drinks. We're probably at the point now where we're producing rope reed fast enough. Just to see, we got these piles here that have no barrels. Wait, there is a barrel there. It's just not showing the barrel. That's weird. Because we have fisherberry seeds just thrown on top of the barrels because that's where they've been eating, I think. Why is this barrel still not accepting anything? It's been a seed barrel for a long time. I mean, I understand why they're not accepting those seeds because I don't have any bags. Maybe that's a thing we should do. We're going to set up our cloth industry because I think we're producing enough. There's a rope reed there. Rope reed at this time, that there's one there. That we can probably do a process plant. It's like a permanent process plants. Let's just look in here and do that right now. Process plants. Number of shops is not right. Do 1 per day. That'll probably cause us to fall behind, but that's better than getting maybe 2. Maybe we do 2 per day. And we tell them to do this when the number of processable plants is greater than 2. That should be enough limitations on it. And then we want to do a weave just to follow that up. Weave thread into cloth. Same number. We want it to be fixed to when this one finishes. Make it restart daily. All right, that's good. I want to make sure we're keeping at least 5 thread. So we're going to put this at 5. If it's greater than 5, you can make your 2. If it's not, then you don't. And that's pretty good, I think. We should be good there. We should be good here. And the last thing we want to do is we want to create our ones for making goods. So here's how we do these. I do these a particular way. Do them how you like, but this would be my suggestion. We do these as a priority stack. So I want to make the things that they're going to run out of and they need the most, which is shirts, pants, and socks. Gloves they can do without. Other stuff they can do without. So I usually do gloves, cloaks, and vests at the point in time when I can do wool, because I make those things out of wool. We're going to start by doing trousers. Cloth trousers. We're going to give them the highest priority. So we want to make 5 cloth trousers. We want to make them anytime the amount of unused plant cloth is greater than 4. We could also change this to an at least 5, which I actually prefer. Okay. And then we create one for shirts. So we go shirts. Cloth shirt. We also make it 5. Oh, I did that trousers wrong. It's got to include all of them. So this is not at least 5. This is at least 15. Yeah, that's right. So when there's at least 15 cloth, we'll make 5 trousers. And then when the trouser recipe is finished, so we go to the trouser recipe. When it's completed, we do this. We don't want it monthly, we want it daily. Okay. And then we do it only if the number of cloth is greater than 10 as well, in case cloth disappears so it doesn't get lost. And then lastly, we check one last thing, which is socks. We make 5 socks. Cloth socks. Number is 5. Oops. And again, we do this only if the shirts have been made, and only if there are still 5 plant cloth. And these should be great, at least, not greater thans. Okay, that way it'll make trousers if there's enough cloth to make everything. It will make cloth. It will make shirts when the trousers are done, but it will check to make sure that no cloth has disappeared, so that it doesn't ruin the recipe, so that it doesn't stop and throw errors at us. And then it will make socks after the cloth shirts are done, if there's still enough cloth left. And it'll do that pretty much every single time we hit 15 cloth. It'll do it on its own. Let's see. So we're already at 15 cloth. It should do it right away. And that'll make us a supply of these items that will constantly refresh, but shouldn't be too hard, too aggressive for our poor dwarves to succeed at. I do one thing else, which is I go in here and I go to workers, and because getting dwarves things that are really nice actually pleases them very much, we try to find a worker in here who isn't really doing much else. This peasant here, Marbles, is probably a great candidate, and they can just become the clothier, so they'll develop that skill. We're also going to, now that we have 15 dwarves, change our labors a little bit. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make planters an actual thing that you have to be signed up to do. We're going to have Micah be a planter, and then Batty can be a planter. I'm going to tell them to prioritize that. That's the only thing they're going to... No, that's not what we're not going to tell them to only do that. But we're going to get these 2 guys to do it, and then we're going to change understanding orders unless we changed it already. Don't automate the kitchen. No automatic weaving. Let's see. We're trying to remove chores. Everybody harvests. Only farmers harvest. Okay. That should be something we can now handle, which means other dwarves will be less likely to spend their time over here, and the skill of our planters will go up, so our returns will be better. Let me see what else we got going on here. We've got 3 miners. Not sure we should be keeping our expedition as a miner anymore, but we'll change it when it actually causes a problem. We were going to add someone to our squad, but we'll do that once we have some basic metalworking done. I'm going to come down to our shops here And we want to create more work orders. This is going to be for doors. Did we already create a doors work order? Let me see. Make rock door. We did, but we want to change this since we have so much chalk, and chalk is like we're getting so much of it and we have so much of it. For now, we want to make our doors and our tables and our chairs out of chalk because chalk is a economic rock, so it is slightly more valuable and will very slightly increase the value of our fort rather than just using anything else, and it'll create some easy to manage consistency. Let's do tables. We don't need tables to the same degree as we need other stuff. We want rock table. Again, we're going to do this like we did the less pressure stuff, so we want to make 5. We want to make it when there are less than 5. It probably is too much, so let's make it less than 3. So if there's 2 or 1, they'll make more. And we want to make this, but we want to change this to type. That's not the right place where it goes. It's material. Of course it's material. But amount of chalk is greater than, we want this number to be way higher than 10 because we'll need it for smithing. So say 40. So if there's more than 40 chalk, make chalk. Make tables. This is good. I think that'll be fine. I want to do the same thing for thrones. Probably be better if I did this using the word rock. I think I said that a few episodes ago. All right. Make 5 rock thrones. We want to make them if we have chalk. And I don't remember what I did here, so we'll check. We did 40, so we'll do the same. If we have more than 40 chalk, we can make... Oh, weird. I'm sure I put chalk, but whatever. Guess I didn't click it. So, amount of chalk available is greater than 40. And the number of rock thrones is less than 3. Make 5 of them. I think this is probably all we're going to be able to handle for now. Though, I guess we got to start making charcoal too. There's a lot of stuff for dwarves to do if we want everything to happen. Go up here to make charcoal. Tasks, add new task. Say make charcoal. No, we do this as a work order. And we'll do it over here again. Could have just done this on the other screen originally. Charcoal. You want to make 5 charcoal? We want to make it wet. We don't care about the amount of coal. Coal can get as high as it wants to. I guess we say less than... If there's less than 5... No, we're going to make this higher than it. That means it'll do it twice, but then stop. Yeah, I think we're going to do 10. The whole 10 on hand, and the number of logs has got to be greater than... So, beds is at 20, and we put... So we're going to put this at 40. That should be good. This is probably pressing our dwarves a little bit. Hopefully we don't regret it. Now we're going to cancel these. We never put stairs into these anyway. Just because I'm going to work on the fishery next. Don't have empty food storage items. Hopefully we get them soon. Okay. Let me see. We want to... More chicks. All right. We're going to leave this for a bit. There's no reason to pull the chicks out until they're fully grown anyway. So they can stay there. For now. Until we get to a point where we have a bunch of dwarves with free time. Gotta cut all this out. We want to just cut all this stuff out. I also should do something else. And go right to there. Which is I want to change which dog is on this this rope, because this poor dog, I don't want them to get to be the first thing attacked if we have another giant lizard incident. It's just I think I should be able to just click on this. I should be able to change the animal here to the male war dog. And then we're just going to kill this. We don't want this to exist anymore, so view the stockpile. Gone. They won't be able to figure out what to do with these. Oh, I need bags too. The reason why this is not filling is because there's no bags. How much cloth do I actually have? 16. How far into his work is he? Let's check in here. He's made 1. That's not great. So let's do a work order. That means I don't really have enough, do I? We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for now. Let's go down and see where they are on digging this out. Job, guys. Let's go back up here. We have a bag of fisherberry seeds. It's like the only bag we have that isn't filled with gypsum powder. As we went to all the trouble to make an early... to get the stuff for an early hospital, we should actually do it. We should actually make one. Which means we need to find a convenient... We have no digging time right now. So much stuff is going on. Why is this... I never checked the livestock for the new people. They brought a yak bull calf. So many new chickens. Well, you know, we'll need the meat eventually, right? It's not gonna hurt. So we'll just go to here. Say, please add to this yak bull calf. And go to the dog area and we'll say, please add to this the puppies. And our poor injured dogs should now be able to go and find themselves someplace better to be than sitting out there dying. Okay. We seem to be doing all right for the most part. Still having a hard time doing stuff with our seeds, but we're getting barrels and stuff done, which is good. Everything is starting to tick along. We're starting to become a somewhat successful fort. Let's see. What should we do next? Well, we need... I think we're going to add beds to this stockpile. Go to furniture. Let's add type. Beds. Barrels. Bins. And material is wood. All. That'll give them a place to pull those into. Oh, they're going good. I don't know how many doors we have yet, but we definitely have the ability to make bedrooms now. So let's see. Furniture, bed. Let's do this again. Use closest material. Beds for everyone. Actual bedrooms, guys. I know. Do we have any doors? We have one. Well, if you don't want to wait for your doors to happen, you can do paint bedrooms to make bedrooms for people and then add their doors later. Multi requires doors, but bedrooms don't. Bedrooms only require beds. So we could just do this. Then I think we can place any other beds we have up here. Furniture, bed. Do we have any more? Did we already check this? We don't have any more. So this is 10. We have 15 people, but I think 3 of them are married couples, so that puts us down to 12. rooms that we need right now, but we're going to just fill out the whole thing. There's no reason not to. Go up here. I'm going to build our wall soon. I'm going to build it from this little nodule here to this little nodule here. We're going to have to clear the trees up top because these trees are going to sort of prevent us from being able to... Well, we only need to clear the trees that are actually in the way. So let's just select them out and do that. This tree. We want every tree that's in the way of our theoretical wall and every tree that's 1 block away from our theoretical wall. Here, there's actually quite a lot of trees on this that's in too far. We don't need to clear the trees on the inside. There. These 3 as well. So that all needs to be cut. I'm just going to go to constructions, wall. Go here. Can I... Wait. Constructions, wall. It's too bad you can't blueprint constructions. That's... I wish that was a thing that was possible. Turn blueprint mode on. I'm going to put these out. This is just going to be a way for me to see where I want my wall to go. Oh, I can't blueprint things that I can't do. This is slightly riskier then. But it at least shows me what I want, and hopefully I remember to not actually initiate this blueprint. There, that shows where our wall's supposed to be on that level. And then we'll put it out to here on this level. That's too far. We wanted it to go to here on this level. Then we can erase this. And then we want our front gate to probably be right here. I'm gonna make the pasture this higher area. Should be good. Okay, our miners are out of work. We have lots of choices with this then. We want to build a fishery. It's something I've been talking about. It's going to go, I think, like right here. So to build an indoor fishery, you need to bring water in. Preferably, you need to bring water from a source that provides fish, and that water needs to be also in a zone where fish are, which means I need to bring water from the ocean inside, and we want it to still be connected to the ocean inside. And we also want the biome of the actual fishing squares to be ocean. If we don't do that, the game will not realize that we are trying to fish in the ocean. It'll think we're trying to fish somewhere else. So if we built grates here for a fishing area, it would try to fish in this area. Since the only thing in here is pools, so very likely the result would be there are no fish. But if we put the grates here, we will at very least get vermin fish from the ocean, because these will be ocean fishing tiles. That means we want to dig to here. Now, if we talk about water pressure, if you look at the top of the water and go below it, this is the first block of actual full water, right? So when water pressurizes, the first block will be 1 level lower than the water source if the water source is spawned from blocks off the screen. Whew, that's saying a lot. The top will also be 1 level lower. So the top, this is the top of the ocean, will be on this floor. And the first block needs to be on this floor. That's not actually a good spot. Probably have to do it here instead. What we need then is we need a room on this floor where they can fish from, and a room on this floor, and possibly even make it double deep down to there where the water can flow in from the ocean for fish. Now, the other thing we can do is if we want a hospital that's relatively near to where our soldiers are going to fight, like if we want a surface hospital around here someplace, we could try to create a surface well with the ocean water, and doing that means we could also just do some U-pipe work, which is good. Might be nice to just show. Just in case you haven't watched some creator who is better at this than me, you do a U-pipe it could be good for us to just sew one. We don't want to be on blueprint anymore. We're actually cutting these ones. I'm gonna cut this. Come out this way. Past the wall. We want to make sure, yeah, to say here, we need room for like a fishery and some relatively large stockpiles for fish. This is all good. Then we want to cut down here. Build there. Oops, that's not right. It's there. And then we want to take this and just take it right to the edge. We'll hollow out all of these as well. Although I don't know that that's strictly necessary because we're probably going to cut it back at least this far anyway. Then here we want to go like this. We don't really need all these holes, so I'm going to bring this up to there. Also grab that. We're not even doing this line at all, so just take this out. Okay. I think that's good. I'm just thinking maybe we do this line just because I think it'll look better. Just so it will look better. That's the only reason. We don't... I guess we might as well. Make sure that these are on shale, because shale is the beach and the beach is the ocean, so that this whole row up here can be fishing spots. And we will let them build this. We will let them build this. Are they set to prioritize mining? You two will prioritize mining, but not the expedition leader. He can do whatever he feels like. Let's pop down to here. So we've got a bit of a construction slowdown. I'm going to do something that I usually don't do. Just for a bit. I'm going to pick 2 dwarves that I don't technically need doing much else right now. Let me see. Splint, maybe? Because Splint is going to be... Splint is a carpenter. Our herbalist, though, we're not collecting any herbs right now, so he can do it. He can be a hauler. So we're going to make our herbalist a hauler. And down to only focus on that. And then we're going to make... this bone collar, I think, is going to be a hauler. That way, the only people moving stuff around will be them. It'll take longer to move this stuff, but it will get the higher priority jobs done faster. We can work on moving stuff once all this other planned things are done, right? Good. So let's see where we are on cloth now. I've let a little bit of time pass, of course. We're at 12. We also got the pigtail cloth. I might just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, until we run out of actual pigtail, they'll make cloth out of pigtail, which is fine. And they'll also make the other stuff out of pigtail. Approximately 20 cloth. Where is he on? So we want to pause this because this isn't right. Let's look. We should have made that one monthly because we don't want to overwhelm them. Making that not monthly means that they're going to start the loop while the loop is still going, and that's no good. So we are here. We just want to go into here and make this... That's not right. At least 15, and we want to make this restarts monthly. That would be much better for them. And we'll pause it for a bit just for a bit though. Add a work order, and this work order is going to be for cloth bags. And just make it 5. Let's make it 6 cloth bags. And once that pops up, we're going to prioritize it. Okay, just prioritize this, please. In fact, full prioritize it so we can start sorting those seeds. Okay, so things are starting to go well. They're digging out the fishery. I wonder what we're going to find in here. There could be iron. Some nice iron would be good. Problem. It's sort of like a double-edged sword finding iron in the fishery because we wanted to get this thing done fast, which means we don't want people to be coming in here trying to pick stuff up, right? Because that won't go fast. It'll go very slow. We could, again, one of the things that you can do. Oh, he found agates. That's interesting. We will have to think about this. We may want to give them time to collect those because we should be thinking about making stuff for the... Oh, it's late summer. We definitely need to be thinking about... We got so much stuff going on. So much stuff is happening. We are probably overtaxing our dwarves. Yeah, these rooms aren't even getting made. So let's hold off on the charcoal a bit. We do need these things made. I don't know how much we need them made. We never built a gem cutter. That's another thing that we need done. We're pushing our dwarves a little bit too hard. They're getting a little overwhelmed, that's clear. Let's just build this as the closest material. Hopefully they'll be able to start finding, you know, stuff to do. How is this going? Is it to the drain yet? It is draining off the map, just like it's supposed to. Good enough. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Kind of makes me wonder. Where are we at on this task here? Our planters are not exclusively planters, so... we don't have to worry about that being a problem. I guess we want to dig out to here. What's wrong, buds? You're doing some weird stuff. You're like quitting and then coming back. There is drink, and you're not locked in. So I'm certain you're not locked in. You're locked in. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand about how these guys work. Can he get out now? Do I have to do the other side? No, he got out. Good enough, I guess. Oh, I did the wrong level, that's why. Is that right? Did I do the wrong level? I don't know. I know. But it just feels like the ramp should be able to, like you should be able to get up to the top of the ramp, and it doesn't make any sense. I know it's right. The way it is in the game is right. The way I want to do it isn't right. Our fishery is pretty much half done, but I think we're going to have to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed your time today with me in Armorrazors, consider giving me a like, because they really help, and I really appreciate them. If you have been to the channel before and this isn't the first video you've liked and enjoyed, please consider a subscribe.